This is our boy.
Kenshi, let's go.
Kenshi.
It's pretty cool to see my face on Kenshi and the movements. It's pretty surreal. I gave my cuts fast, precise, and clean, but if I slow it down just a little bit more where I like trail the sword and bring it back into stance, you can see it appreciate the cut even more.
From that sweep where you're having your legs locked out,
Legs are
then
completely
transferring your weight to come to the front,
Yeah.
into that front stance.
All right, first up is Shang Tsung. You've been playing him a lot too, right?
He's super fun because he can morph into the enemy player too.
Dude, his whole backstory in the beginning of the game, the way they
So
set him up is so good, the storytelling. So the first combo that we have here is like a jumping round, but the jump is used as an attack with the knee chamber. So jumping round, so it's a 2-hit move. Into was a spin kick? Into spin kick, yeah. So typically the first knee on a jumping round isn't really used as an attack, but I think it's really unique that we do that here. So let's watch us recreate this one.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Clean,
That's pretty snappy.
Yeah, boom.
Just dies, yeah. So on a jumping roundhouse kick, you typically try not to emphasize too much the first knee. I was trying to show a little bit more here. They might have blended the movements completely separate to really show the first knee and then blended a jumping roundhouse into the spin kick. But yeah, that's the way that I did that.
Could you just imagine being so powerful in another timeline that the gods have to nerf you?
That's
Shang Tsung, dog.
straight up.
He's that.
He's that. He has like a claw.
His claw has like these poisons on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So like a poisonous Wolverine.
Yeah.
Love it. Is it back punch or
It's like a
claw?
overhand claw. And uses that same hand to back punch.
Back fist.
Yeah. Boom.
Into low round. And he's got that different style low round. It's he swings the roundhouse kick and then recoils and rechambers this way. So it almost acts like a hook, but it's not. Just a different way to do the low round. So let's watch us recreate this one. That's pretty much it.
Very nice. Sorcery magic.
Sorcery magic. I wouldn't necessarily do a real low round this way. So typically in Muay Thai they do low rounds where they hold the pad and you just imagine, we call it chopping the tree down. You just hit that low round as hard as you can. If you don't have a partner, we usually do it as a swing through. So the leg almost stays completely straight and you swing the momentum almost in a full 360 all the way back. If not, you just land all the way across. That rechamber pull in doesn't really happen. I don't know any martial arts that does that.
I don't know either. The intention legit looks like they're flexing their foot to hook their leg or their thigh to pull in so they trip.
And a lot of martial arts do that, where if you want to trip and hook the foot, you can do that. It's a little bit different, but they use it more as a low kick strike. So interesting.
That fall, I call it the grind on me.
The grind on me.
Ooh.
Woo! We did a slide up side kick into, it's kind of like a jump crescent kick, but I kind of did something that I don't think you've ever seen me do.
No, because usually on normal jump crescent kicks, the front foot that's trailing over lands in the front position. But this one's very different because it goes all the way around and comes back.
Yeah.
I actually personally like it a lot more because it looks more vicious because you have that more leg room of that pullback.
Yeah.
Boom.
Side kick. Pull down. Jeez. I don't know. I feel like mine looks a little crazier.
It's that.
What do you think? Yeah, I really tried to pull it back.
Here's the crazy part is if you look at it real closely, when you pull it back, you still have air. Before you land, you still have like...
So I do the kick here.
For Shang Tsung, when he does it, he lands into it right away. Versus you already do it, and when you're in that neutral position, there's a slight. You still have that air. Pretty cool. Move forward.
Let's do it. So it's that back fist overhand claw, and what's really unique about Shang Tsung's back kick that I don't naturally do is he's doing the back kick and pulling back the kick into the normal stance. So usually when I do a back kick, I land forward in my back kicks. This is okay in very few scenarios for myself. Again, when we throw a roundhouse kick, like a Muay Thai style roundhouse kick, we tried to make contact with the body, and naturally, because I can't go all the way through his entire body, I come off of it. That recoil will pull me back into my normal stance. typically for back kick, I like landing forward because it helps me set up for other attacks right away. I don't like that pullback. It's very, very rare if I end up doing that, but I think for the character design, it's a different back kick that we haven't seen, so it was great to do that. Back fist, overhand, back kick, pull back, and that's pretty much it.
Very nice.
And then in game, you were saying the back kick's a little bit lower,
yeah,
right?
legit, it's a crotch hit. Shang Tsung, you doing them dirty, dog.
This one was Teddy.
Yep. Yeah, so that one, very interesting because it is a back tug, but what's interesting is he's flying back more. Normally when they teach you a back tug, they teach you to jump up and almost land in the same position. But it looks like, I think in the studio, they have a tramp where he jumps on the tramp, pushes off into a back tug.
Is there a move for like, okay, so
a gainer
is a forward backflip.
A forward backflip.
So what's a backwards backflip?
Most people think it's a backflip because the habit is to go backwards.
Yeah.
When it's actually you got to jump up and do the flip. This would be like backyard, trying to learn how to do your backflip, and then you land onto your knees.
Backyard tricking.
Backyard tricking, you know.
Love that. Let's watch Ted recreate this one. All right, here we go.
Back tug, superhero landing, back pose.
Love it.
Yeah.
Flip.
Simple,
down.
simple. And then the nails come out.
Yep.
Impalement.
Sick. You do go backwards though, so that's good.
Yeah, so that one I was trying to go more backwards.
Is it awkward for you to do that?
No, it's just
is it casually? No, it's not. It's not hard.
That easy. Actually, a backflip is easier than doing a front flip.
I agree.
Yeah, because
1000%.
Most people would think the front flip is easier. When the back flip, when you're going over, you can spot the floor. So you know if you're gonna land or not, you can put your hands out. On a front flip, you're coming all the way up and you can't see if your feet are gonna land. There's been times when I try to learn how to do a front flip. I'll land and then my butt will touch the floor, my leg will bounce up and I'll knee myself in the face.
Another way you can knock your teeth out, right?
Absolutely.
Rising kicks and front flips.
Yep, that's how you learn, dog.
Jeez. Moving on to the next one.
This is our boy.
Kenshi, let's go.
Kenshi.
It's pretty cool to see my face on Kenshi and the movements. It's pretty surreal. So this movement was really fun where it's a front hand hit. It uses the sheath to hit, does the low sweep, which is a weird low sweep. Most sweeps that we do, it's a full 360, very much like a spin kick, where we do the entire spin. For this one, I had to land forward, couldn't use my hands to get up, and then go into an upwards cut there.
That blue kind of looked like Tanji though, with the water style.
Let's go, water breathing, baby.
Yep.
And cut.
Nice, nice.
Yep. So from the top, one more time, I do the front hit, back sweep, reset, and upwards cut. I could have made my footwork just a little bit smoother, but it was really hard because both my hands had to be on the sword to prep the cut.
From that sweep where you're having your legs locked out,
legs are completely
transferring your weight to come to the front,
yeah,
into that front stance, upward strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kenshi number 2. Front elbow, strike across, upward slash. 1, cross, upward, back in the guard.
So sick.
Yeah. All right, let's watch us recreate this one. Front elbow, slice, upward cut. I remember doing this in studio and even on the day where I gave my cuts really fast, precise, and clean. But if I slow it down just a little bit more where I like trail the sword and bring it back in the stance, you can see it appreciate the cut even more, which is really fun.
So we were flower the swords a lot with our wrists to make sure to show these figure eights, and it's very pretty.
Which is like very Filipino, Indonesian, Chinese style influenced.
The developers and the animators, they were talking about to show more leading with your elbow.
Yeah.
So it feels more strong.
Yep. So I had to rechange and train Japanese sword work literally just for this. Make sure that my movements felt stronger. Lead with the elbow, not the wrist, guys. Upward strike, downward strike, the low sweep down. I remember in studio, I struggled a little bit with that low cut because the sword would come across too much where I needed to just place the sword while spinning down, stop the momentum, and then bring it back up into guard. Glad that I was able to get it on the day. I remember being able to transition that. But even that backspin was so difficult.
It's very interesting because you're going forward into your momentum, and so you would think you're going forward and you follow that momentum, but you turn the opposite way into that back sweep. And the crazy part is how straight his front foot is on that low sweep. Usually I feel like it'd be nice to keep it tucked.
Yeah.
But personally me, I keep it tucked.
Personally
Kenshi
me, personally you?
puts it out there.
Yeah.
Personally you, personally me.
That ended up looking really pretty. Upward cut, full cut. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
Yeah, on that third spin, I really want to go the other way. That's the fun part of doing really cool combos, is it's like breaking the rhythm of something is actually really enjoyable. And I think it's kind of the same with music as well too. When you're learning how to play music or you're listening to a song, when there's a moment where the rhythm changes in a complete different way that you didn't anticipate, it instantly catches your attention. When it becomes predictable, you subconsciously know what's going to happen. It's the same in actual fighting, where if I'm sparring with somebody and moving with them, I'm baiting them with the rhythm that I'm trying to create. They're expecting 1, 2, 3 versus 1, 2, hold back, 3, boom. They're expecting that third one to come in a lot sooner, hold, and then hit with the hook. That idea of rhythm breaking is really fun to see with Kenshi in the game. Check side back kick. So there are a lot of different names for this kick. I call it a check side back kick. The reason that we call that check side back kick is the first move is a side kick, but we think of it as a check. Meaning when I'm sparring, I'm using that move just to get their hands where I want them here. And a lot of people drop their hands for that first kick. And the second kick is the delivery attack. That's the back kick. So check side into the back kick. Let's watch us recreate that one. I wanted to give a little bit of a different variation to my back kick for Kenshi. So traditionally for me, I always end up doing a back kick where I punch the kick and I rechamber the movement back here. Where Kenshi does this double hit where it's dush, dush, and it drops down into stance. So 1, 2 drops down into stance.
I really love how like you dirtied up those kicks.
Does it look dirty to you? It might look pretty to them still.
It's very pretty, but to us, the way how we train,
Yeah.
we're training where we stick, then rechamber back, having that knee up, then bringing it down.
And it works because the back kick lands straight into that back stance. And that's the beauty of a lot of these kicks is doing the kick is one thing, but landing it directly into stance without readjusting my feet, that's a huge part of the job, is that I have to land into as perfect of a stance as possible every time we're filling in studio for developing MK1 actually in motion capture. 1, 2, right into stance, and that would be a completely usable take in MK1.
Yeah, that back kick legit be looking like a battering ram.
That's the idea, baby. The infamous question mark kick.
Yeah.
So question mark kick is used commonly in kickboxing or Muay Thai, a lot more of those kickboxing style martial arts. The question mark kick here, they use it as a front kick where it delivers damage and goes over the top where it delivers a second piece of damage. So it's a 2-hit combo. The question mark kick traditionally in sparring isn't used that way. The first kick is a baiting kick where if I'm sparring with Ted, I use the front kick to bait his front hand to come down. I'm baiting him so he has his guard, he sees the kick, and then it goes over the top right there where his hands drop down. I come up over and bam, there's the knockout hit. So 1, 2, right over the top. So it's a version of the roundhouse kick where the roundhouse kick comes sideways, right? We come here and we bring it back, or we kick all the way through, but it lives on this linear line here that's parallel to the floor. I think of it that way, where the question mark kick goes up and it chambers up and down. And the really hard part for me in game, my question mark kick is a little bit too high for a real question mark kick in fighting, meaning I'm telegraphing my movement. Somebody that can actually fight will see my movements. But for the video game, we need to see my knee position come up higher, very much like an axe kick. The higher the kick, the more damage you can see the kick is going to deliver in game. When I did the kick in studio, they were like, hey, no, we need to go up a little higher. So that's another interesting thing where you're thinking about real life versus film work.
Very nice.
Favorite one, favorite move, what do you think?
Favorite move. Oh my goodness. I mean, I love Shang Tsung.
Yeah.
I love Kenshi. I'm a Kenshi kid at heart.
Kenshi kid for
I'm
life?
a Kenshi kid for life.
Comment if you're a Kenshi kid for life.
Are you a Kenshi kid? Right downward to that low sweep. There's so much swagger into that. I'm a Kenshi kid for life. So comment down below if you guys are a Kenshi kid.
Let us know. Having that katana, working on basic, clean, simple strikes and making it feel real with the movements. But I think what would be really cool is if we did Kenshi and Sento movements and then next expert's try. So let us know if you guys want to see that in the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe to Gamology.
We got a live Kenshi action film on Noah's YouTube channel, so go check that out.
And if you guys want to train with me online, go to OSU Films, osfilms.com, and work out with me. I hope to see you guys on the next one. Take it easy. Os.